Hi everyone, my name is Simon and my coworker's name is Valentina. We decided to talk about Denmark, but more specifically the topic we choose are green economy and sectors of production. Before we start, we would like to give some information and curiosities about the country. One curiosity is that minimum wage is not established in the law. Despite this, all the people around the country have decided to pay around 18 crowns.
What is green economy? A green economy is defined as low carbon, resource efficient, and socially inclusive. In a green economy, growth in employment and income are driven by public and private investment into such economic activities, infrastructure, and assets that allow reduced carbon emissions and pollution, enhance energy and resource efficiency, and prevention of the loss of biodiversity and ecosystem services. Denmark is embarking on a global transformation towards an economy that eliminates environmental impact and does not compromise resources. Denmark is placed at the top of the world's green economies by the third edition of the Global Green Economy Index. Since 1980, Denmark has managed to decouple its economic growth from its overall energy consumption. In 4 decades, the national GDP has more than doubled while energy consumption has only increased by 6%. Over the same period, water consumption decreased by 40%. The numbers prove that it's possible to create growth without using more energy. Several companies and institutions that hold globally leading positions across the green industries have been fostered by Denmark, like Ørsted, Vestas, Grundfos, Danfoss, Rainbow, CIP, CO Industry, Pension Denmark, BWAC, 3F, and Rockwool, just to mention a few. Today, more than 75,000 people hold green jobs out of a national workforce of 2.75 million people. The realization of the Danish 2030 climate target may create up to 300 green jobs. So, what is the secret formula of Denmark? Number one, public private partnerships. This helps to enact regulation and programs with the support of business and industry, thereby ensuring their successful implementation. Number two, broad political agreements. A key factor in the success of Denmark's it is a long-term agreements with broad consensus across the political spectrum and the support of industry are devised on energy and environmental issues. Number three, sector integration. Trustful collaboration across sectors and industries has long been a key ingredient in the Danish way of doing business. Denmark has learned that effective sector integration requires trust, a pragmatic approach, and an experimental mindset. Number four, social collaboration. The high levels of societal trust that exist in Denmark and an open, dialogue-based approach to solving challenges such as climate change have reinforced the partnership approach. A successful example of Denmark company is Biofust. The concept of wastewater treatment has been changed by the Danish company Biofust to obtain resources without neglecting the environment.
Sector of production in Denmark. As we know, production are divided into five, but today we're only going to use the three first ones. Primary production. This refers to the extraction and production of raw materials without any processes. Also, and is so important, has to be from nature. Now, in Denmark, this sector represents 1.8% of GDP, and GDP means gross domestic product, and also represents 1.5% of total jobs. Secondary production refers to the transformation of raw materials we have been growing in primary production. This includes manufacturing like textiles, clothing, building or construction, etc. For the country, this represents 16.5% of GDP and 8.5% of all employment. And last but not least, tertiary production refers to all the services that could be provided to something or someone. With this, I mean services like being doctor or a teacher are not something touchable but exist. Almost all the GDP is represented by the tertiary sector because it's 70% of total GDP and 80% of total jobs in Denmark. For the end, other curiosity, and it's that the more important suppliers are Germany, Sweden, and UK. The principal suppliers are Sweden and Germany, but also these are the most common clients. With this, we can say Denmark is a good trade neighbor.